Hey, it's Bill. And here's my thoughts on, I had to watch 2 games today, if you can believe it, for the Leafs, because I wasn't able to watch the Kings game live on Saturday. You can probably imagine how pissed off I am right now. All right, for some of you, why didn't you get a Kings recap? Because I didn't actually watch it till today. And since they were playing Anaheim tonight, I figured I'd suffer through 2 games, which I suffered through. Let's talk about the Kings game first. Awful. It's the same nonsense. Nothing's changed. No one's held accountable. The only people held accountable are like Nick Robertson or Dennis Malgin. Who gives a flying fadoo about these bums? I don't care. You're gonna hold them accountable while you don't hold your elite players accountable. I don't know. Tavares scored. Here's the thing about Tavares, right? So Tavares scores that first goal. He hasn't scored a goal, I believe, on 5-on-5 this year. You son of a bitches that think he's good. You're morons. You fucking idiots. Tavares is awful. And in the Kings game, that whole line was awful. There was one, I knew that the Tavares line was on, and I knew the Tavares line was on against Anaheim tonight, but we'll get to that soon, because the puck never left the end. It was in the defensive end the entire time. Now, they're up 1-0. They didn't deserve to be up 1-0. They were getting outplayed, outclassed, out-tried, out-hustled. Same old story, same old song and dance. There's an Aerosmith song. You might as well play it. Same old song and dance. Whatever freaking song. Probably get a copyright bullcrap. They copyright whatever my daughter put together on this bloody YouTube nonsense. Same old song and dance. Don't try. Don't do nothing. They're up 1-0. It's a shock they're up 1-0. So they go 1-0. How in the world are they up? They didn't even friggin' show up. They got a power play goal off a lucky bounce that goes off the boards to Tavares. And everyone's going to tell me how Tavares is a monster. Yeah, monster my ass. He's some captain, because this team don't try. So the captain ain't holding them responsible. I can tell you that. Then you go to the second period, and then the nonsense just begins. Starts with Hall taking penalties all over the friggin' place. And you got a way to clear the zone. You don't clear the zone. It goes to Kempe one time. I'm guessing I'm going to blame Samsonov. I spent some time yesterday with someone telling me the goalies have been bad. Shut up. The goalies have been bad. Watch the game. If goalies are bad, fuck you. If that's just bullshit. If you're a Leaf fan and you say the goalies are bad, why am I talking to you? You're an idiot. I'm sure the Kempe goal, Samsonov should have gone go gadget hand to get that one. And then it's he's killing another bloody penalty on Justin Hall. And what happens? Pierre Engvall, El Pseudo, whatever the hell you are, thinks he can do a backhanded pass at his blue line. Since day one video this year, I told that they haven't changed in 9 games. They did it to Anaheim tonight. This team turns over at the blue line like it's going out of style. You're killing a penalty, and you backhand saucer pass it across your own blue line. I nearly destroyed my TV when I saw Engvall do that. And of course, that turns around. And I guess Samsonov should have had that one too. 2-1 Kings. This team So I don't even know where you start. I know Rick, my buddy, wants me to get onto a management spiel, and don't worry about it. I will get into a management spiel, but I don't have enough time to talk about these two games and talk about management spiel, because my management spiel is going to go back 30 minutes. And let me just hint at what this management spiel is. It's before Dubas, everyone. This team went to garbage before Dubas. They have a mentality of bringing in losers into this organization to teach the young players how to be losers. And they have accomplished this. Like anyone, the person who should be held accountable is Brendan Shanahan. You had Mark Hunter make draft picks. And then you bring in Patrick I'm a loser Marlowe, followed by Jake I'm a loser Muzzin. Then we go to Joe, the ultimate loser, Thornton. And this is what you teach your kids. Anyways, I'll get into that spiel and whatever, and the worst move ever, which is Tavares, but we'll get there in just a second. Kings, again, you're down. So that's a horrible goal, and that deflated the team. And the friggin', I don't even know what they were doing for the rest of the... It's just garbage. Just absolute garbage. And I forget who scored the third goal. It's been I've watched too many bloody games. I'm going to get it here. I believe it was Gagliardi or whatever it was who scored the third goal, but let me just make sure I've got Gabriel Villardi. And on this play, this is a Tavares classic. So all you Tavares monster mash, the guy's a monster. Watch that shift, and it's just piss off. Dominated, couldn't get the puck out. Anze Kopitar made Tavares look like a schoolgirl the whole shift. Makes a beautiful pass to Gabe Velarde. I just want to make sure it was him who scored the goal, and it was. And the Leafs got a Pierre Engvall lucky bounce, saucer it in, 3-2. So you think, okay, here we go, 3-2. You've been outplayed. Maybe you come back in the third. No. You let Kevin Fiala walk in and call her a day. And there was absolutely, like, the last 60 minutes of that game. What am I watching? There's no pushback. There's no nothing. It's just disgusting hockey. So they lose. And then they're playing Anaheim. Now, someone said to me, 30th, 31st, and 32nd team. If they didn't beat Anaheim, then they would have lost. They might have lost all three of the worst teams in the NHL. This is the worst team in the NHL, the Toronto Maple Leafs. In terms of hustle, that's not even close. There's no one on the... They're gentle. Like, there's no team that goes, oh my God, look at Leafs bringing in this skill. Anyways, the Anaheim game starts. And you could tell right away. No giver. Nothing. Same nonsense. Same old song and dance, my friend. Nothing changes. You got a new goalie in that. I don't know. That's the one that changed. And Shelgren freaking stood on his head. That's how he got to overtime. That's how bad it is. The last team, you need your backup goalie to stand on his head. We'll get into the nonsense of this game because that's kind of fresh in my mind. I did watch the Kings game about 12 hours earlier, so I guess I got to lose that from my memory bank. Get into this game. The Leafs get a power play. They go twice to Tavares' side where pucks go to die. The monster fan 590 tummy's a monster. They finally go, hey, that Nylander guy, he might handle the puck a little faster than Leadfoot. He's a sloth. Tavares is a sloth. Well, they go to the other side, Nylander, and guess what Nylander does? Oh, he makes a play, goes to Matthews, it's 1-0. Okay, you're 1-0. But to say they were the better team than Anaheim in the first period, if it was slightly better. It was not dominating. Every time Tavares' line was on the ice, it was... Now, who did he have on his line tonight? Yaran Cock and... Angle, I don't know. Fucking, he had his line. It was a terrible line. The Nylander one, okay, whatever. At least that line. Actually, I saw Nylander in the corner. It's like, again, someone said move him to center. Someone must have said that. Who could that have been? He looked a lot better at center than he did against the Kings. Anyways, then the Mitchy show starts. Mitch Marner, 10.8 ballerina. Figure skater. Backhand, soft, gentle pass. Gets picked off. And bam, bam, it's in your net. Now, I guess that's Shelgren's fault. Because all the people telling me the goalies are the problem for the Leafs. So it's got to be the goalie's fault. What, you don't expect your own player to pass it to the wrong team? You're the Leafs, for God's sakes. You got to expect this. You should be prepared. Well, Mitch got his first assist of the night. He wasn't done. And it's 1-1. Perfect. You're playing the worst team in the NHL. The worst team in the NHL. And it's now 1-1. What? And who scored it? I forget the guy who scored it for the Ducks. Hell, I don't even, probably his first goal of the year. Jakob Silfverberg. And then you got a fluke play. Again, pretty much every Leaf goal is a fluke play, but a 5-on-5 goal, they're tougher to find than friggin' Al Capone's tomb or Jimmy Hoffa, for God's sakes. A 5-on-5 goal for the Leafs? Ooh, where'd that come from? Well, it happened because Philip Kral fell down and the Anaheim guys overreacted to it. And Nylander made a really nifty pass to Malgin, who scores. And it was a nice goal. Malgin, when he's got like 75 feet worth of ice and no one around him, is not that bad of a player. It just doesn't happen very often. What is he, 5'2"? Anyways, it's 2-1. Fair enough. Then you go to the second period, and the Anaheim Ducks dominated the Leafs. They dominated them in the second period. The shots on net were like 14-7. You're playing the... You're playing the 32nd overall team. Tell me at one point where the Matthews-Marner line or Tavares dominated a shift in the second period. Just point it out to me if you don't mind, please. And then Anaheim's power play is so bad, they were begging for a penalty shot. And should it have been a penalty shot? Who gives a flying in for due? But I guess it made a lot because Anaheim hasn't scored a goal on the power play all year. And after Giordano gets the penalty, the next thing you know, the Leafs get to score a shorthanded goal. And it was a nice goal by Kelly Yarancock. Nice to show up with the second goal of the year. But really, it was a Brody pass. That was a Butte pass to Kerfoot. And then, it was to Yarancock, who gave it to Kerfoot and back. But Brody was the big play on that. You're up 3-1. Game over. You're playing the worst offensive team in the league. You have a 2-goal lead going into third, which you didn't deserve, which you didn't earn. Sit and play hockey. You don't need another goal at this point. You're on a losing streak. And what happens? Old figure skater, old Brian Boitano himself, gets to go into the moves. It's like a circus. I got the puck. Oh, no, I lost the puck at the blue line of the other team's end. How many goals this year have started at the other team's end? The other team's end. Because Mitchy's doing this. Brian Boitano. Can I go for a triple axel? Woo! Triple axel. And then this game gets embarrassing. Because, of course, okay, it's 3-2. Mitchy's got 2 assists on the night. Now, hopefully they don't criticize him, because I'd hate for him to think that his coach might criticize him for having 2 assists for the other team. Now, Mitchy also apparently yelled at Justin Hall. Now, Justin Hall played horrible. The whole team played horrible. But it's kind of rich to yell at Justin Hall when you have 2 assists for the other team. That's a leader. That's a leader. Mitch Marner yelling at Justin Hall while you have 2 assists for the other team. That's special. That's Aaron Rodgers special. You piece of garbage. 10, and you make friggin' 5 times more than the other guy. So, Mitch, that game's on you, bud. You got 2 assists for the other team. But don't worry, Mitch. Someone wanted to join the party with you, with the assists. Because you got it. Every single goal scored against the Kings and the Ducks started on the Leaf stick. They give it away. They do not protect the puck. I don't understand why this is so... Protect the puck. No. It's giveaway after giveaway after giveaway. Trying to make the prettiest play and the prettiest play. Flip passes, saucer pass, garbage. Just straight garbage. Anyways, it's 3-2. And then you get to, now we got the drama going on because it's Mitchy Marner. You got to get your young and the restless in this game. So Mitch is upset. And I didn't even know Keith benched him for a shift. Didn't even look like he benched him for anything. But then he went, okay, here I am on the bench. Now, wait for the cameras to show me. And then I'm going to put my gloves on, take my gloves off, and put my gloves on. And then I'm going to go take a stick and pretend to break it in the back. That's how mad I am. I'm so mad. 10 minutes after I made the play, I'm going to get really, really upset. And then I'm going to wait till the cameras are on, and I'm going to showcase me grabbing a stick and getting my frustrations out. You know what? Every other player in the NHL with a friggin'... They would have broke the stick right away because you're upset. How many of you have played hockey? I might have made a mistake. I might have broke a stick before. You know what? I didn't break the stick 10 minutes after the play happened. You know, I was golfing on Saturday. By the way, played really good golfing. So maybe that's kind of where I'm at. I'm not as mad as what I should be. I was playing really, really well. I had a putt to break 80. 10-foot putt, birdie putt. Hit a nice putt, it slid, and it hit the hole, and it rimmed. I went, and got upset. You know what I didn't do? Get back in the car, and 15 minutes later go, I should hit that putt. When you have a bad drive, do you wait a hole before you throw the club? Or do you throw the club right away? It's a show. The guy should be on Young and the Restless. What was the character on Young and the Restless? Victor or something? Stupid. Victor. It should be Victor. Friggin' actor. He should... While they're out there wearing those black shirts with Justin Bieber, they should go acting. Because they ain't a hockey team. There's no hockey team to be found. Mitch gets on TV. You don't even... He walks in the back. He's so small. He's so pitiful. He probably couldn't even break a stick. How in the world do you wait 10 minutes to then break a stick? It's a goddamn... It's laughable. How? Break the stick right away if you're so pissed. You should have been pissed. You should have friggin' threw a fit at yourself. You certainly had the ability to scream at Hall right away. You didn't wait 20 minutes to yell at him. What a disgrace. Hey, how, if you're Keith, do you not stop punching this guy? How do you have a discussion with Dubas after this game? Oh, Dubas, am I allowed to criticize him after this game? Is that okay? Brandon, Shanahan, is it okay to say our elite players were elite tonight? Can we say this? because we're not done. We got the third goal. And who got the assist on that one? Captain John Tavares, the monster. The monster. He's playing so good this year. He tries a flip pass in front of his own net. A saucer pass. Like, this team learns. I mean, you got to give them credit. They realize their mistakes and they learn from their mistakes, right? Captain John Tavares gives it away. Can't get back into play because the man can't skate. And it's 3-3. Oh, I'm laughing now. I've just watched a Kings game and a Ducks game in the same goddamn day. Now, I got to watch the Cowboys win, so okay. This is unbelievable. Then they make it 4-3 with another lost battle. And it goes in off Justin Hall's skate. Of course it does. Of course it does. It just had to. You know, Hall couldn't have been in front of the net trying to take someone. He had to go in. Now, everyone's on Hall. Hall's the worst player on the Leafs. I get this, right? Hall is the whipping boy. He shouldn't be the whipping boy. The man ain't going to be on the Leafs anymore. Who cares? He's a bum. He's a terrible player. Don't get me wrong. He's a terrible player. But that's not... He's gonna be gone. You know who ain't gonna be gone? Mitchy Marner, John Tavares, and Jake Muzzin. Those guys aren't gonna be gone. But they call a horrible call for the Leafs. The fact the Leafs got a point, the only reason they got a point against the last place team is the ref gave a horrible call. Oh, apparently David Camp, who can't push back to anybody. David Camp is a gentle player. A gentle player. Gets pushed. I don't even know. Like, it went off Justin Hall. It was missing the net. Justin Hall kicked it in his own net. And they take that goal back. Here you go. And then you go to OT. And the minute I saw Tavares on, I went, ah, boy, this game's over. Our team wins. They somehow survive him being on the ice, only to have this happen. Now, Matthews makes a play to Marner, and this is Brian Boitano at work. He's by himself. Matthews makes a great pass. Fire it. One time the son of the... No, not Brian Boitano. Brian Boitano's going to give you the shifty, woo, and it stopped. You know what it would have worked? If Mitch Marner could shoot the puck. Like, this is how he shoots the puck. I bet you give him a driver. Well, he probably, maybe he broke his stick. I don't know. You never know what he could do. Maybe, we'll have our onside reporter see if he kicked a water bottle after the game while we're at it. And he tries to make the beautiful goal. It doesn't work. And just like every other goal, the overtime goal for Zegras starts in the offensive zone. You lose a draw. Kerfoot's asleep. Zegras beats him. Scores on a nice shot. I guess now the Leafs... Shalgren should have had that one. Oh, yeah. You went bar down, bud. You should have had that one. And the Leafs rightfully get what they deserve, a loss. They shouldn't get a point, because that goal that got called back, I have no idea. They got a penalty shot, Kerfoot. Kerfoot's had 2 penalty shots this year. Hasn't hit the net yet. Like, I want the power play. I don't want Kerfoot shooting up. I get with Anaheim. You're 0 for something. You want the penalty shot. I don't know. The Leafs play on Wednesday against the Flyers. Who gives a flying frig? The only thing that might be cool about this game is I think Leaf fans have had enough. And here's what's going to happen. The Leaf fans are going to start booing the Leafs. And guess what's going to happen? The crowd, or the Leafs are going to go, oh, my goodness, we're getting booed. The Leaf fans are so mean. Don't remember the Dion Phaneuf gate? This is why this organization are losers. They are losers. I don't see any other organization having these problems. You know what? The Boston Bruins, I remember when the Bruins fans booed the Bruins and the Bruins came out and went, oh, fans are so tough. The media is so tough. You know what? I don't remember that happening. I don't. Maybe because they have a winning organization. They actually tell their players to play hockey the right way. We have a losing organization. So, Rick, hold it. I will do a whole video on what went wrong in Leafs management land. And it starts before Dubas. It starts with the hiring of Brendan Shanahan. I'll leave it at that for now. Cheers.